right, with Tammy family, are you ready to make a delicious Sloppy Joe grilled cheese sandwich? One that's going to be nice and melty and absolutely flavorful and delicious. We're going to start off with adding about 3/4 to 1 pound of ground beef. Our meat is perfectly broken down. We have all of our brown ground meat bits going on. With that being said, it's time for us to see whether or not if we have a lot of oil in this pan. So I'm going to push the meat against the wall of the pan and allow the oil to come forward to see whether or not if I'm going to need to clean this on out with a paper towel. And for what it's worth, this is not a lot of oil. I'm just going to go ahead and add our onions. Cook our onions until they become nice and translucent. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. The pan is honestly hot. We're going to incorporate our onions with our ground beef. And at this point in time, we're going to add our bell peppers. For today's recipe, we're going to be using red and green bell peppers. However, use whatever you have available. Saute our veggies for an additional 2 to 3 minutes or until the veggies become slightly softened. We're not going to cook them down too much because we want to keep that color vibrancy going, going on. If it's one thing that I don't care for, it's veggies that's cooked down until they're like extremely mushy and soft, and then they just, they don't really present. You don't really see that pop of color in the finished product. Let's add some garlic. Allow the garlic to sit in the center for about 30 seconds. We're going to allow the garlic to toast up. Now here's the thing. 30 seconds or until the garlic becomes fragrant, whichever happens first. So far I don't smell anything, so I'm going to allow it to sit here a little longer. We're going to combine our garlic throughout the meat mixture. I'm going to lower the flame just a bit and we're going to start to season. For today's seasonings, we're going to use some garlic powder. We're also going to add some onion powder, some chili, smoked paprika for that nice smoky element of flavor, along with sugar to balance out the flavors. We're also going to add some bouillon powder along with our Worcestershire sauce. You got to have that Worcestershire, okay? You're going to get those complexity of flavors if you add the Worcestershire sauce. You're going to get the salt, sweet, and savory flavors. We're going to add a pinch of salt and ground black pepper. Let's mix everything on up. We want to make sure all of the seasonings is perfectly distributed throughout the pan. A substitute for the chili powder could definitely be cayenne pepper. This smells amazing already. All right, time for us to add our sauces. Ketchup goes in. We're also going to add our tomato paste. Going to put it right here in the center and allow it to cook down just a bit. We want all of the flavors to be extracted from the tomato paste, all right? The longer you cook it, believe it or not, the sweeter it's going to be. Let's combine that as well. We're going to add about 2 more things and we're going to wrap this on up. Let's add our mustard. The mustard is going to give it a nice balance of flavor. We went ahead and added all of the, well, not just yet, okay? We're going to add the barbecue sauce. Now I can finally say that. We went ahead and added all of the sweet things to our Sloppy Joe. So now it's time for that balance of acidity. And that's going to come from 2 things, right? The Worcestershire sauce along with the mustard as well. The yellow mustard is definitely going to give you that slight acidity that we love when it comes down to Sloppy Joe. We're going to lower the flame and we're going to allow it to come to a slow simmer, simply because we want all of the flavors to intertwine at this point in time. Add a small amount of water to loosen things up. This is going to help with the simmering process. If you want to add a lid to it, you definitely can. I'm going to allow this to cook for an additional 5 to 6 minutes. Let's butter our bread. We're going to butter it on both sides for the best result. To our greased skillet, we're going to add our bread. All right, we are rocking out on a low heat. We are not gonna rush this process because we want everything to have enough time to melt down properly. All right, if you rush the process, what's gonna happen is you're gonna have this really crazy toasted bread. Meanwhile, the cheese and everything didn't have time to melt. All right, so we're not gonna do that. I like to butter both sides of the bread simply because once I flip it over and I decide to add the cheese, the hot bread is gonna allow the cheese to melt even better and even faster. We're gonna flip it over. And as you can see, we lightly toasted it, all right? We didn't toast it too much. We just toasted it enough for us to be able to add our cheeses. If you feel like your pan is too hot, feel free to lower the flame. Take as long in the kitchen as you want, okay? Even though this is quick recipes. Take your time if you have to. Let's add some of our beautiful sloppy joe to our sandwich. Very, very good. All right, nice big old bread. You're gonna push this up just a bit, make a little bit more room on the grill for this one right here. Better yet, turn it this way. All right, because I want that side to be hot as well. It's imperative that every side of this bread is hot. All right, now to this slice right here, right? Here's what we're gonna do. We gotta add some cheese on top. And that's simply because we gotta create like a glue, all right? This being hot is gonna be perfect. Just press it on top. And let's just flip it over. We did it, family. We did it. This is a big one, okay? But the main point is we made it happen. All right, so now we're gonna allow the other side to toast up without burning this side of the bread too much. Now you see why it makes a lot of sense to toast all of the bread, right? Every single side. If you want that nice melted grilled cheese, you have to. You can't go in there with cold bread. It's not gonna work out perfect. Look at all of that beautiful melted cheese oozing out of the grilled cheese. This is gorgeous right here, right? Now, this is a sandwich. Woo-wee. Gorgeous. This is gorgeous. All right. Everything is stuck perfectly, beautifully. And I'm gonna turn it around so you can see what it looks like on the other side as well. All right. And this is it right here. Gorgeous. We're gonna cut into it. Check this one out. All right, gorgeous. This is beautiful. Time for our taste test. You saw how everything came out. Cheese is oozing out from every angle. All right. This is good. Oh, this is good. This is definitely great. Wow. Flavorful, delicious, quick and easy. Nostalgia meets grilled cheese, right? And then again, they're both nostalgic. So, hey, nostalgia times 2. But nevertheless, give this recipe a try. It's going to be so worth it. Ooey gooey cheese leaking from every corner of this toast. It's good, y'all. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. Of course, recipe details is going to be in the description bar. And that's about it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to Quick Bites with Tammy. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Talk to you later.